Hello Pokefans, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt and this is our Season 5 Master Rank team, and we may or may not be using this team for our Portland, Oregon Regionals here in May. So a couple of things that I stated in the last video that we would think about, and I'm definitely thinking about that today, and that's changing the nature from Jolly to maybe Adamant to make him a little bit more attack heavy. He's still going to be like Jolly natured, or at least 252 setup in speed and attack, but having his nature to Adamant might be a little bit more beneficial for our particular team, especially if I have Talonflame using Tailwind and even Taunt. Right? We want to make sure that we have the best chances of outspeeding our opponents, and we do 90% of the time. So there's that. We also are thinking about maybe changing out Klefki for someone else. I had to re-go over episode 14 to kind of see what I said there and what I was thinking at the time. Like I said, I had a pool tournament that I had to worry about first, so I wasn't able to put all of my focus into Pokemon. But we might change out Klefki altogether. He's got Prankster, which is great. He's got a debuff move for special attackers, which is also good. But I only have one special attacker, and it's Fluttermane. So the question is, what do I put on this team? I just realized I don't have a water type person that does any water attacks, and I also don't have a grass type. So I was thinking either putting a Mungus to the team or maybe Iron Bundle. And with him having booster energy with like Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, Freeze Dry, I can switch out those. I don't really particularly care for Hydro Pump. Maybe like Water Pulse or something to like help out the team just a little bit. I could also put Gastrodon in there. That's the Pokemon I wanted to add for a while. The problem is that he's incredibly slow, so he doesn't really fit with the theme of the team. Everyone's kind of fast and up in that high tier state, and he's just kind of like, I have Storm Drain, so Palafin's gonna have a problem, but I don't really have a problem with Palafin because Fluttermane usually knocks him out. So, you know, let me know in the comments down below what your guys' suggestions would be for like a team replacement, because I'm realistically up for options, but I know one thing I will not take, and it's just because Pelipper isn't a huge, like, he's good, but I already have a Tailwind user, so I don't need Drizzle unless I'm having like a rain team. I don't need Drizzle. So that's the only one that I don't really care for. Anything else? Leave in the comments down below. But let's get right into this. Alrighty, so the next matchup is here. We've got Dragonite, Ting-Lu, Annihilate, Grimmsnarl, Fluttermane, and Umbreon. Umbreon. Ooh. Well, let's see. I love Umbreon. If he didn't have so many weaknesses to Pokemon that are used today, I would use him a lot. As a matter of fact, my Sun team with the Torkoal Lilligant combo, they would be up here right now if nothing outsped them. Like even Fluttermane's, like they get close, but they won't outspeed that combo. It's just, everything else just kind of gets beat. So it's like, I need someone that will do the exact same thing, but maybe I have Tailwind just so that I can continuously like improve or maybe just do better. We'll see. We're gonna go up with our combo here. We will need Fluttermane for sure, and we'll walk in with Chienpo. Now, Grimmsnarl could have Sunny Day, which would make Umbreon better, as well as Fluttermane, but Ting-Lu won't get a huge benefit from that. We'll have to see. Maybe they're predicting maybe priority moves. So we have Ting-Lu and Dragonite. Okay, special attack drops. I'm gonna go ahead and just Tailwind, and I'm just gonna go right into the Terra Blast Dragonite with Fairy. I don't want to get, I want to get Fairy off, or a Dragon off. I don't, that Pokemon right there is dangerous. Dragonite is very dangerous. We don't want that, so we're just gonna go ahead and go straight into Dragons, or Fairies, so that Dragon type moves don't do a whole lot. But I'm also expecting that Dragonite to Terra normal right now. Extreme Speed into the Talonflame will not knock him out. Dragonite does have Life Orb though. Interesting. I do get Tailwind off, and here comes the Terra Blast right into that Dragonite that has a Life Orb. This should knock it out. Because if that was a multi-scale Dragonite, Life Orb absorbed most of that damage and then left him open for whatever I had to deal with him after that. Ruination from the Ting Lu will lower down Garchomp's attack or HP by half. That's a good strat. That's what I use it. It's definitely a good strat. I mean, I used it, so. Grimmsnarl comes out next. Which Grimmsnarl, I think, is weak against... I think he's weak against Fairy because he's dark. He's dark and Fairy, but he's dark. And Fairy doesn't resist himself. So we'll see. It is. So we'll go right into that. We're leaving the Ting Lu alone, which is a terrible decision that I'm ever going to be making right now. But they're going to Terra Ting Lu to ground, possibly for the earthquake or the stamping or stomping tantrums. Sucker Punch. We'll take out the Talon Flame. You're terrible at targeting because you should have done that to the Garchomp, which is going to Terra Blast into your face and may knock you out. Yep, there you go. Earthquake against Garchomp, which is going to do a considerable amount of damage. It will knock him out. But that is to be expected. So now we'll bring in the Fluttermane, put it on the left, and we'll bring in the Champo and put that one on the right. Now, who's your last Pokemon? We're down 2-2 now. Annihilate is going to be the last. Interesting stuff. So, oh, this is going to be good. Which one should I do first? You know what? I'm going to Annihilate it first, and I'm going to protect the Chanpo. I'm going to do Annihilate first, and then Chanpo. Because Annihilate, I think I'll knock him out. I think. Moonblast does do a lot, and I do have Wise classes. So I'm not spec'd. I'm not locked into anything. Protect. Moonblast. 2/3. And I drop the special attack. Defiant will go up. Drain Punch into the Protect. And are you going to Earthquake? Heavy Slam. That will unfortunately one-hit KO. And you have leftovers. Gotcha. Ice Spinner into Annihilate. Because I will outspeed Annihilate for sure. I don't think I'll knock him out. He might have a little bit more HP than I'm bargained with. With that Heavy Slam though. Ah, that offset it. That's okay. I could do a lot of damage to Ting Lu, but since it's ground right now, having an ice attack would be the best one. But it set him up for a win condition for sure. All right, so and Tailwind's gone. Since he won, I'm going to see if I can knock out this Annihilate where it's at. I hope we do. Ice Spinner. And at that range, it does. It's still a loss, though. Keep going. I'm liking that a lot of players are using like Ting Lu for other things. But he's been out there since the beginning of the field, not really touched, and I feel bad. Alrighty, and our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Talonflame, Garchomp, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Iron Bundle, and Serena. Okay, this is interesting. We still have our Fire, Grass, Water core, but now we have Talonflame in the mix, which is really, really interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I know I keep like spacing over Dragonite and Klefki, but they're like, I can't bring them in because three Pokemon can knock out either or, really. Klefki is weak against fire, so, Talonflame and Chi-Yu is going to knock it out. Dragonite can't come in because Garchomp, Fluttermane, and Iron Bundle can knock it out. So I'm like stuck. Like, dang, what do I do? I don't like this. But let's see what happens in this match. All right, Talonflame, Garchomp. Ooh, shiny Talonflame. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and just do the Tailwind. And I'm going to Terra Fairy. Assuming they're going to Terra Ground, which I'm not very affected over, but I'm setting myself up for the speed tie, and I want to get my Tailwind up first. So we'll see what happens. Terra into Fairy. And I'm going to Terra Blast you right to next week unless you Terra something else right now. You don't, you protect instead. Okay. Tailwind. And I use Terra Blast. Wait, what is your Will-O-Wisp? That's a terrible decision on your part. That is a terrible decision on your part, because now I can do this. Like, I know that I'm burnt in Will-O-Wisp, so my physical attacks are not going to do that much. But then that just becomes a special attack and still knocks out that Garchomp. But now I completely turn off Taunt or your Tailwind. You can't get faster now. Okay. Terra Fire. So now I can't be burnt. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, he wasn't injured. That's okay. Terra Blast into the Fire. Garchomp isn't going to do a whole lot because he's Terra Fire. But, also that means he's in trouble. It's also a Life Orb, Garchomp. So that's kind of like the Garchomp that I was thinking about building, but I realized that was like a terrible idea. So I decided not to. But we're going to go straight into this Garchomp. We're going to leave the Talonflame alone because what's he going to do? I mean, he can try to burn my Talonflame, which isn't going to do a whole lot. But now I left his supporter wide open to do whatever. Because I went straight into that Garchomp like a freaking idiot. Brave Burn into mine, that's totally fine. You get Rough Skin, so now your Gale Wings is procced and is now gone. And you knock down my Garchomp. So now I don't have to worry about attacking. And now I get to walk in with a really cool looking Fluttermane. And I'm now going to one-shot this Talonflame. Because Gale Wings is procced for you, you can't do anything else. And unfortunately, I'm faster. Rough Skin. Breaks mine. That's okay. Because there goes your Talonflame. You're gonna Earthquake, which isn't gonna do a whole lot to the Talonflame, but may knock out my Fluttermane, which does. Now this is interesting. Sings out Iron Bundle. I brought out Chian-Po. He's going to win this one. Because it's hard. It's harder now because I didn't go into the other slot. He's going to protect this turn. He has to. I mean, he just Earthquake last turn. So he's going to protect this turn to save Garchomp. That's what I'm thinking that he's going to do. I mean, right now he outspeeds me. So he could go in for a lot of damage right now. But there's the protect. Hydro Pump. That will knock out Talonflame. You did well, buddy. Thanks for coming. But now I'm Sacred Sword into that. This is going to knock it out. And now his Tailwind is gone. Who's your fourth? Serena. Garchomp needs to go. So I'm going to Sacred Sword the Garchomp. Because that Garchomp cannot survive. Yeah, I was going to say he cannot survive and most likely will not do Protect. I broke the Sash though, so that's kind of crappy. Should maybe... Comes Power Whip. Does the KO. That's a loss, but I wasn't expecting the Power Whip from Serena. Alrighty, so in this matchup, we've got Sushi, which is the Donzo, and Tatsugiri, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Dragonite, and Glimmora. Very, very interesting team indeed. Okay. So, who should we bring in? Who should we bring in? I think we could get away with Klefki, Fluttermane here, and then bring in the Garchomp, Chian-Po. I'm thinking that because of the fact that while he does have Chi-Yu, I'm more worried about Glimmora with its toxic debris. Any physical attack that hits it will spread the toxic spikes. And if I'm able to one-shot it with a special move, I didn't make contact with it. Here we go. Glimmora right off the bat. Okay. Now Chi-Yu is in the fray, unfortunately. So we're just gonna go ahead and Metal Sound and Shadow Ball? Yes. I should have Terra'd, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. Chi-Yu is going to do a lot of damage. So my only hope is... Okay, Chi-Yu protects. So that's good. Metal Sound. Glimmora avoided it, so Shadow Ball. And it will not do enough. It would have if Metal Sound would have worked. Thank you for the Citrus Berry, though. Okay. So Thunder Wave into Chi-Yu, Thunder Ball into the Glimmora. Glimmora could protect here. It would be like the best option for her to. And Chi-Yu is probably going to do something like Heat Wave. Because it used Protect. It obviously can't have a choice item. Because it would be locked into Protect. So it's most likely got Charcoal. Spiky Shield. So that is the Protect. So Thunder Wave. Doesn't affect Chi-Yu. Limora protect itself. Flamethrower. There goes the... There goes the Klefki. So dark types cannot be used. Even Thunder Wave. That sucks. Prankster does nothing to darks. That's good to know now. I wish I knew it back then, though. Okay, here comes Garchomp. I will do... I'm going to protect him, and I'm going to Shadow Ball the Glimora. I'm assuming that Chi-Yu is going to protect here. He did the first turn, which is a good thing to do. Let's see if I'm right. Yes. So using Earthquake would have been the worst possible option. But now I knock out this Glimora that I've had a problem with because I completely avoided Toxic Debris. Now if my... this kind of stinks. So Fluttermane's original Terra that I had before I changed it just recently was going to be flying so that I could use Earthquake while Fluttermane was on the field. I didn't want to knock out my own Fluttermane. Oh. Okay, so we will go into this to hit the Chi-Yu, and I'll Moonblast into the Dragonite. Now there's a good chance that that Dragonite is normal, which is completely fine, and flying, which is also completely fine. I'm gonna do its original effective move because it's a lot better to do that. Now I'm switching Terras from to Garchomp instead of having Fluttermane do it, because Extreme Speed can't hit Fluttermane, and Garchomp is still going to hit No, Chi-Yu outspeeds Garchomp, but it's not going to be like a whole lot of damage. Okay, they Terra 2. Dragonite to normal. Okay. Moonblast. It does enough, but that's with multi-scale. And Chi-Yu almost gets knocked out. Flamethrower. Does not KO. And Stopping Temperament will KO. Again, it's totally fine. Because now I walk in with my man Qian Po. And I could sit here and just do this. And protect. Now Chi-Yu could also protect here. I'd actually see it. Yep. Right there. And Dragonite could also protect. Nope. You did Extreme Speed instead. Doesn't work, but nice try. Those two are protected, but Dragonite is going to get a heaping lot of damage. And he goes down. So now it should be even 2-2. What's your last? Fluttermane. Gotcha. Okay, booster energy and speed was heightened. Good question. You know what? We're gonna go into that just in case. Flutter Rain uses Substitute. That's a terrible idea. Ice Spinner. I'm gonna pop the Substitute. Because now I'm gonna use Earthquake to knock everyone except for Tianpo out. Because I am that crazy, I know that Tianpo will live at least one turn. Thanks to the Sash. Alrighty, and our last match of the day, which is, wow. We got Pyroar, I think that's its name. Brute Bonnet, Rotom, Persian, Luxray, and Roaring Moon. Interesting team all the way around. So Luxray will most likely have Guts with the Fire Orb or the Flame Orb with like Facade. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to keep an eye on my end. But he is also weak against ground attack, so maybe that'll work in my favor. I don't know about Persian. Maybe they have Fake Out. I know all about Rotom because he was in like the first season that I recorded. It's like season 4. Brute Bonnet, which is one of those Pokemon that is like a really good replacement for Amoonguss. And then we've got Roaring Moon and again Pyroar. I don't know what Pyroar is going to do, but I know what Roaring Moon's going to do, and he's going to do Tailwind. He's a Tailwind user. He's a perfect, you know, bulky Pokemon that can easily use Tailwind that doesn't need to rely on some sort of gimmick. But I don't know. We'll see. Persian and Roaring Moon. I'm going to start off with Garchomp and Talonflame. I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm just going to go straight into the Terra Fairy, Terra Blast into the Roaring Moon. I'll outspeed it because I have Tailwind. So when Gale Wing goes off, Garchomp will attack next, and then Fake Out. Fake Out onto the Garchomp. So Rough Skin. Okay, that's cool. Tailwind. And Roaring Moon does what? Tailwind. Okay. That's what I was trying to prevent, but I didn't get to. This Persian was not nice. We're gonna go ahead and just go right into the Brave Bird. We're gonna hit the Persian, and again we're gonna go right into Roaring Moon. We should outspeed it. Brave Bird will knock out the Persian. And damaged by the recoil. Garchomp uses Terra Blast, which should be ×4 because he's also dark. Will survive thanks to the Focus Sash. That's interesting. And Dragon Claw into the Talonflame. No, my Talonflame! How could you? Ah, so sad. You know what? We'll bring out Tianpo, because this upcoming Earthquake's gonna hurt a lot. Oh, Rotom. Never mind. No, it's not. Ooh, that's shiny. Oh, that's dope. That's a shiny Rotom. Anything? Like nothing's effective. So we're gonna go do that. And I'm just gonna Dragon Claw into it, because why not? Ruination. Drop it by half. Does not proc the Citrus Berry. Dragon Claw for the rest of it. We're gonna leave Roaring Moon on the field. It's got 1 HP. It can hit Tianpo. Nice damage. But now you don't get an attack with Rotom. And here comes the Brute Bonnet, which is also shiny. like a shiny team out here. I like it. Are you attack? You are. You are indeed attack. I'm going to protect here. And I'm going to protect here as well, because you're going to have Sucker Punch. And it's going to proc right now. Protect. Protect. Sucker Punch. I knew it. And Fire Fang. Good job. So which one did you do? So Tailwinds are gone. Our Tailwinds are gone. Which one did you do? I'm just gonna Ice Spinner into that. And I'm gonna Terra Blast into that. Oh, you did not guess correctly. Or you swapped from Sucker Punch. Who knows? But Roaring Moon goes down. Terra Blast into the Brute Bonnet. Oh, you went to Spore. Oh. And down goes Brute Bonnet. What a victory. And that's how we're going to end tonight's video, ladies and gents. I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. Tonight's notes that I have for this particular video is to flat out replace Klefki. Since dark types are not affected by prankster moves, it becomes a little harder to use pranksters against darks. Thunder Wave, which should have worked against even the runic Pokemon, completely ignore prankster effects. I gotta say, that kind of stinks. But maybe in the next video, Klefki will have like a better highlight to have him like shine a little bit more. But again, he is here to really highlight the emphasis of special attackers, and I only really realistically have one. And because of the fact that I don't use him very often, I mean, he does have a place. He could use screens, but I like Tailwind more. Yeah, sorry, man. I like Tailwind more. So in the next video, we might have a replacement for Klefki. If not, we'll use him once more. I haven't really decided, but that's all the really notes that I had for these 4 matches. I want to thank you guys for watching one more time, and I hope I see you next time. Till then, have a great one, and I'll see you later. Peace.